Hey everyone, welcome back to Simply Blessed Crafts. I'm Tiffany. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm just kind of filling in what's going on, you guys. It's been kind of a rough week. Sorry I haven't got a video out for you guys. I've been kind of down in the dumps. Sylvie's been having some issues. If you guys read my post on the community tab, I had to take my poor Sylvie into the vet and everything, dealing with that. She's doing a lot better, and she did actually come up and said hi to everyone in my video that I'll be posting today. So yes, I am a day late on my Saturday day, and I didn't get a chance to get anything posted for you guys on Tuesday, but it's been kind of, like I said, it's been kind of a week. I have been having issues with my medication and stuff. It's been making me sick to my stomach and stuff like that. So it's just been kind of hard to fill up to going to do crafting and stuff like that. So you guys are just going to have to bear with me. I'm going to try keeping this upbeat and everything like that, like I normally try to. Just so try to bear with me. And I hope you get into these crafts. They're just kind of quick, simple stuff that beginners can learn how to do. They're simple, easy, and most of them are Dollar Tree stuff. So I hope you all enjoy this, and let's get into these DIYs. DIY number 1. So here I'm just taking one of these Dollar Tree orange pumpkins, the carvable ones. I grab a pair of scissors. I'm just making a little hole in it. It doesn't have to be very big. In fact, you don't really want it all that big because you want to be able to... Oh, here's little Sylvie. She wants to say hi to everybody and thank you for all the prayers. She's doing a lot better. Surprisingly, how much my cat is like me. She has stress issues and anxiety. But thank you all for everybody that's been sending prayers and love. So here we're just grabbing some fabric. This is a fabric square that I've got from Walmart. I just really love the fabric pattern that is on it. It's very fall-like. So we're just cutting off a chunk of it. I actually got a little... I don't know. I ended up cutting it off a little funky, but we end up fixing that. You want it pretty firm when you're stuffing it in there. But see how I kind of pulled mine out because I really wanted it. You want it taut, how you would want to say. I don't like using that word. I just too proper for me, but but you want it really tight when you're pushing it in, and I just use my scissors and I just push it right in. Here I'm kind of cutting the excess off because you don't need a whole lot in there. Honestly, you fit a lot in that pumpkin, but you don't need a whole lot in there. And here's kind of where I'm cutting off some of this excess, where I kind of cut it too short in some of these areas, but like I said, we make it work and we fix it, so it's not like it's a huge thing. But here I'm just kind of stuffing the excess in and trying to make it to where it looks neat on here and everything. And one of these little spots, I ended up having a little corner sticking out, so that's kind of what I'm trying to fix here. And I end up getting my hot glue gun and kind of gluing one of these edges because I had a little scraggly piece kind of sticking out and I didn't like it, so that's what I'm trying to fix. But I end up using my glue gun anyway because we want to glue down one of these lovely little stems. So I grabbed one of these stems, and you can get like a stem from outside in your woods and everything like that, but these all come from the Dollar Tree, so I just picked one of those and glued it right down. This came from a pick that I had in my stash. It looked similar to a pumpkin stem, or a pumpkin leaf, I should say. This came off of a old picture that I had, and I'm just using some of the raffia, just any of the stuff that I could find. So I just bunch it up and glue it down to the back just to give it a little bit of decoration. And then there's some of these little I don't know, little picks too that I cut down there. The ugly little white beads on it. I don't know, I thought they were ugly, but I actually sold this pumpkin this weekend, so obviously somebody enjoyed it. I like the colors. I thought it turned out really nice. But I added this gingham ribbon as well to it, and yeah, that's how it turned out. Let me know down below, guys, what you like. DIY number 2. This one's very similar to the other one. It's another pumpkin, and we're going to do basically the same thing. This one does turn out a little bit different. This one's a little bit more neutral. I know I have a lot of people out there that aren't into as much of the traditional fall colors. I mean, a lot of people go for the neutral colors, and this one's going to be kind of more that way. So I start out painting the pumpkin white just because I didn't want this really bright orange to show through this fabric, because this fabric is very, very thin. The fabric is actually a throw blanket that I got from Target Dollar Spot a couple years ago, probably. I am drying this with my heat gun, and I did show you this because you want to keep this heat gun far away from this. It's not going to matter so much in this project just because I am covering it up. But these pumpkins do melt with heat, especially with paint. So they will bubble up. So just keep that in mind. Do not heat these pumpkins if you plan on not covering these up, because they will melt. So here is the throw. It is very, very thin. I do not understand how this is a throw. I mean, it is so thin. It is not going to cover up anything. Anyway, so I actually doubled this up because it is so thin. So this is doubled. And I am, again, just making a little hole in the top of this pumpkin. Again, it's just going to be basically the same project. And I just cut a chunk off of this. You didn't really see me do that, but I did do that. It was kind of off camera. But again, you're going to want to pull this very tightly around your pumpkin and just push it into that little hole that you made into your pumpkin. I am using my scissors. And your scissors will kind of poke through the fabric. And with it being inside the pumpkin, it is not going to matter. And then I kind of just, fix the little creases and stuff, kind of pull them together and kind of pull up. That's why you want it taut. You want it really tight because of those creases and stuff. You want them as tight as you possibly can, and this is how it turns out. And then to conceal all of those tight little rolls, you want to push in that little stem as tight as you possibly can. And then I have some of these. I got this from a pick as well. And I just stick that down. I decided I wanted to add some jute twine to this. You can do this before you add the stem and all that and kind of just keep wrapping, but I did this a little bit different. I was kind of trying this one out first and see how I like it. but I do end up liking it. So I went for longer strips to make it a little more easier, but I start out gluing that right by the stem, and then I wrap it around all the way around the pumpkin, and then cut off and then glue the other side. That's kind of the way I ended up doing it, since I already had the stem there. If you wanted to do it before you had the stem there, you could just keep wrapping and then push it all down with the stem in the middle of it, if that makes any sense, you guys. But this wasn't that hard. All I did was make sure you have enough to where you can stuff it down by that stem, so you can't really see where it ends in there. So, but yeah. And then you just kind of follow the little ridges in the pumpkin. You just kind of have to feel where those are. And I didn't go through all of the ridges. I just kind of did enough to where it looked like more of a pumpkin than an apple. But that's how it turned out, guys. Let me know down below what you think. DIY number 3. And this one, it's not one of my favorites. If you've seen past video, I made a little gnome with this sock, and this was a leftover piece. So I ended up cutting the little heel off of it, and then I'm just going to take a piece of jute twine and just knot up the end of it here. I'm going to cut off my ends of my jute twine, and then I'm going to cut the top of the sock here and then flip it back inside out and then stuff it. I actually wish I would have put a little rice at the bottom of this to make it stand up a little better, and I didn't. I mean, it's okay, but it is kind of floppy. So just an FYI, just so it has a little bit more stability. If you make something like this, put a little rice or rocks or something at the bottom of it to kind of have a little bit more stability. But I put a little, stuffing or whatever in the bottom of this pumpkin. We're making a little pumpkin. I thought about tying it, but I was like, yeah, no, it's alright. We'll just kind of glue it and kind of push it up against the thing to make it look like it has a little bit of ripples against the stem here. So I put the little stem in there, and I'm just kind of pushing the fabric up against the stem. It turned out cute. This is probably one of the little easiest projects. It's turned out really simple. I already had the sock. I've seen a bunch of people. See, this is the pick that I was getting all that extra stuff off too, guys, by the way. I got it off of Amazon, I do believe. But I've seen a lot of people do these fabric pumpkins with like shirts and stuff from like the sleeves and stuff of like flannels and stuff. Well, I don't have anything like that in my stash, but I do have socks, so I thought maybe I would try making a sock pumpkin. So that's kind of where this inspiration came from. So just to give you the idea of where that came from. So here I'm just, embellishing it. I'm doing my little leaves and had to do some fall color since I had a little bit of the fall color in the pumpkin. And then I figured I would spruce it up with some of these little eucalyptus leaves and stuff, and then I put this little sunflower on the top. And that's all I did to this. And it turned out super cute. DIY number 4. So these, excuse me, so these tags, I don't have actually an idea where I got these. I'm thinking I got these from Walmart and like their craft section. Like they're little wood cutouts. I've had these in my stash forever. If I didn't get them from there, I got them from Dollar Tree like a long time ago. I don't think I got them from like Michael's or anything. I don't know. Like I found them in my stash and I'm like, oh, well, heck. Let's do something with those. So I have these 2 wreaths in my room, or in my living room on my TV stand that I'm like wanting to decorate with them. So anyway, I went over them with some antique wax to kind of darken them up a little bit. I wanted to make these a little bit more rustic looking. So I went over them with that, and then I went over them with some pumpkin to make them look dark and, like I said, rustic looking. I liked that color. Made them look dirty. Turned out really nice. I like that. And then I went over this with some acrylic barn red, which I thought was the perfect burgundy color. Matches my shirt even in this photo. But I thought it was the perfect color for like the pretty fall leaves that we have here in Minnesota. These are probably one of my favorite colors. I love the oranges and the reds. It's my favorite time of year, you guys. This is like, oh, it's the best time of year. It's the cool, crisp time. I got like 50s and 60s weather. It's perfect time for lovely campfires and pumpkins and sweatshirt weather. It's not too cold. It's not too hot. It's gorgeous. So here I grab my stencils and a little pouncer, and I'm just grabbing a little bit of white paint, and I am just pouncing on. I do cut out a lot of this because you've seen me do stencils before and you've seen me pounce before, and I'm just pouncing a little white paint. So I spell out hello fall, and I do hello on the burgundy one and fall on the orange one. And that's how it turned out with the stenciling. So now we're going to try to embellish this up a little bit. We needed to add something to it. So I have these little cutouts that I have in my stash. The leaves that I'm going to be using, I believe, came from Dollar Tree. The little pumpkin that I have came from 24 Hour Crafts. You've heard in the past, if you've been on my channel long enough, I've talked about 24 Hour Crafts. I have not ordered from them in a long time. But they are very inexpensive, and you can pick out your own sizes and stuff and what you want to order. And they're like 60 cents, 49 cents, depending on what sizes you want. And you can pick what you want, you can order what you want, and they deliver right to your door. They're very inexpensive. I am not sponsored in any way, but they are very cute, and that's where the pumpkin came from. I have a bunch of them in my stash because I ordered them a while back. And the leaves, like I said, I believe came from Dollar Tree a long time ago, in a pack. And I'm just painting them up. The pumpkin I painted in the pumpkin color from Waverly, and the other two are from acrylic paint from Walmart. Barn red, I believe, is the burgundy color, and I don't know, daffodil yellow probably was the yellow one. This jute twine that I'm using, or rope or whatever, jute rope, is from Walmart. I've had this in my stash forever, and it is thick, and it is very heavy duty, and it lasts forever. I am just doing double knots and gluing them down to the top just to give them a little bit of detail. Kind of gluing the little ends here. I'm going to cut the excess rope for the top. And then I kind of fray them a little bit just to give them a little bit more of that rustic look and detailing. Kind of liked the way that looked. And this is going to be a wreath hanger, like I said in one of my little wreaths. There you guys have it. Let me know down below again, like I said, and let me know which one's your favorite, which ones you like to recreate and all that. DIY number 5, this is probably one of my favorites. I really like how this one turned out. This one came from Hobby Lobby. I picked up a couple of these. I liked how thick they were and everything. I'm using oh my gosh, you guys, I'm drawing a blank. You saw me cut it apart. Gift basket. A gift basket from Dollar Tree. Probably, I've had this in my stash for, gosh, probably a good 2-3 years now, and I have used it in the past with another project. I'm just gluing this down. I had problems. I didn't want to remove the leaf and everything. It was like stapled on there like 3 different times. Like I said, it came from Hobby Lobby, so it was very well done and everything. So I just cut a little slit in there, and I just put it directly on and just slid it right in there. You can't even tell that I did that, and the leaf looks great. It's stuck on there really well, so that's kind of where we were going with that. I didn't do nothing with the stem. The stem looked great. It was already in the wood color, so I mean, this one's kind of very simple. I grabbed a nail file, actually. It's the best thing I had in my stash right now that was actually going to get rid of this excess. I need to go get some more sanding blocks, to be honest with you. And I just filed down to get a nice clean edge. And I thought it looked good just the way it was, but I wanted to add just a touch more. So I was thinking about what I could add to this. This is kind of where I was kind of looking at I was gleaning down the paper a little bit more and back. Okay, I see what I was doing. I wanted to add a little bit more raffia and stuff, just a little bit more details. So I grabbed a couple more pieces and I just stuck it right back behind that leaf. I was kind of zooming in so you could kind of see what I was doing. The leaf has a little bit of a metal piece back there that kind of folds out. And I just put a little hot glue back there and just stuck all the raffia that I had and just pushed it back, and then I pushed the little leaf down. That is all I did for this project, you guys. It was probably one of the simplest ones I did, but it's very effective. I love the colors, the browns, the tans and everything. It looked really cute. And there's a final reveal, you guys. Make sure you give this a like, thumbs up down there, subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps my channel grow. And thanks again guys, for all your support and love, and I appreciate every single one of you. You guys are all amazing. Thanks for sticking around, and I'm sorry for not posting as often as I wanted to. Like, again, I want to start to get better with posting every week and everything. Hopefully Sylvie is getting better and everything turns out okay. Like I said, she's doing a lot better now, but I want to, get better with posting and stuff. Comment down below, let me know what you guys enjoy seeing, if you enjoy and want to make some of these projects, and I would love to hear which ones was your favorite and which ones you would like to create. And I will see you in the next one. God bless and take care. Bye bye.